Four fundamental freedoms are outlined in the preamble of the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights: freedom of speech, freedom of belief, freedom from fear, and freedom from want. It is not incidental that freedom of speech comes first. This fundamental freedom is the one that enables all others.
Journalists have a key role to play in defending the right to freedom of expression. Freedom of speech, not only for the press, but for everyone, is not a gift. It is a human right that must be protected by governments.
Press freedom means a lot to me because before coming to the United States, I was in countries where press freedom doesn't exist.
Press freedom is at risk not just in autocracies but also in democracies, and one of the reasons why it is at risk and one of the ways in which it's threatened is the breaking of the trust that people have in the fact that it is fundamental for democracies to exist.
In the age of fake news and disinformation, a free and independent press is more vital than ever to democracy. Never stop asking questions and asking for accountability.
More than 50 years ago, the Pentagon Papers Supreme Court decision reminded us that the essential role of the free press is to serve the governed, not the governors.
President Jefferson used to say that he would prefer to have newspaper without a government than a government without newspaper. In the difficult times we are living, this defense of freedom of expression is essential because a large part of our freedom depends on it.
Freedom of the press is as vital to democracy as water or electricity is to our daily life. You understand how essential it is when it goes missing, but then it's too late.
Journalists have a key role to play covering humanitarian crises and conflicts. Freedom of speech is the right to do that, not being treated as a target. Those who have the press patch on the vest must be respected by any government and military force.
Freedom of the press is a human right. It's up to all of us to defend it, especially when an envoy could lead the way.
Freedom of press is the right to take a picture of the challenges and hopes of every human being and to protect his and their right to live in a peaceful world.
What does freedom of press mean for me? It means looking in every direction, especially where there are disabled, people involved in humanitarian missions, peacekeepers, and above all, rights for all human beings across the world.
Press freedom means covering stories in the public interest without fear of being arrested or sued.